Airbnb in New York City. If you like to travel and you're used to the convenience of renting Airbnb, it seems like this great time is ending. Many cities, and not just in America, have new laws preventing Airbnb kind of short-term rentals. What's going on in New York City? If you're planning on staying in an Airbnb type rental in New York City, you need to know about the new law that regulates short-term rentals. It went into effect on September 5th. What changed? Now the host must be physically present in the rental space for the duration of the rental. This means that hosts cannot simply rent out their entire home and leave, or rent their investment property. Basically, you cannot have a place to yourself. So if you do not want to stay in the same place as the person renting it out to you, then the hotel is the only option. Another important part of this law is that hosts are only allowed to rent out their homes to 2 guests at a time. So families are simply banned. Personally, I wouldn't want to go for a 2-bedroom apartment where the host stays in 1 bedroom and my husband and I have to stay in another bedroom. I would rather stay in a hotel than share space with strangers, even if it means sacrificing a little bit of extra space. This is not just about Airbnb. The law applies to all short-term rentals. It applies to rentals that are booked directly with the host. Airbnb fought back against the law and sued New York City in June, but a judge dismissed the case in August, saying that the restrictions were entirely rational. It was so convenient to rent a house or an apartment because you have so much more for the same amount of money. Usually there is a living room, a space where you could conveniently work, and a kitchen. The law, known as Local Law 18, does not apply to long-term rentals of 30 days or more. In New York, hosts are now required to register with the city and obtain a registration number. Then, the hosts must display the number in their Airbnb listings. Here is the situation with applications as of September 25th. The city received thousands of new applications toward the end of the summer. The vast majority of applications are still pending, and only 9% have been approved. I searched for a space in the first week of November, plus minus 7 days. Look at what I found. This is New York City, Manhattan. And even though it's written that over 1,000 rentals in New York are available, all the rentals except one I see here are in New Jersey. This is West New York. It's a town close to New York City, but it's not New York City. All others are Montclair, Bloomfield, Linden, West New York, and so on. But maybe it's not such a bad idea to rent in New Jersey. Let's look at the waterfront properties. Let's search for Hoboken in New Jersey. Look at this wonderful place. It's Hoboken, New Jersey. These are New Jersey houses. Views are beautiful. And it's a waterfront property, so it's really beautiful. You'll not find it in Manhattan, at least not for the price of New Jersey. And that side is Manhattan, it's Midtown. There's Empire State Building. Pink at this point. It will change its colors later. You'll have nightlife here, as there are plenty of restaurants. It's not as crowded as New York, and it's great. What about commute to the city? New Jersey Transit Station is right there, as well as light train station. However, you'll need to change trains as there is no direct connection. The total commute time will be around half an hour to get to the city. Also, there is a ferry. The ferry is more expensive, but it is a nice experience. It can be one of the ways to enjoy the city. Look at these views. Now, what can we expect with the new Local Law 18 in the near future? When more owners will get approved by the city for short-term rentals, it will still be difficult to find a place to stay, simply because not all rentals will be approved. These spaces will obviously be more expensive, and there will be more competition. Plus, hosts will be charging more to offset the cost of the license itself and additional permits needed to obtain the license. What would I recommend for travelers who are looking for a place to stay in New York City? As of right now, there are literally almost no options. So look at New Jersey or maybe Connecticut. Ask the host about their compliance with the local law 18. Ask if they will be physically present with you in their home or apartment. Avoid listings that seem too good to be true, such as listings that offer entire homes at a very low price. It's better to be safe than sorry. Interesting that when I was researching who will be penalized if the property doesn't comply with the new law, I found that it may depend on the specific law and the jurisdiction at which the property is located. I found that the property owners will be definitely penalized in any case, but even renters who did not know about the new rules can be penalized. I think this is simply wrong. You should not need to consult a lawyer before renting a space for your 3-day stay, for your long weekend trip. That is just crazy. Later, and hopefully soon, when we'll have more rentals on the market, try to book your rental well in advance, as the availability of short-term rentals will still likely be limited. And be prepared to pay a higher price than you would want to. I think hotels will also raise their prices because of the competition. The new local law 18 in New York shows how quickly local governments can ban anything. There are several points why it was passed. First of all, taxes. The government wants to eliminate illegal rentals. Second point is that there is a housing shortage in most large cities, and Airbnb rentals take away homes from long-term rental market, from people who want to live in the city full-time, and short-term rentals drive home prices even higher. Also, Airbnb rentals can be noisy and messy, which creates problems for people who live nearby. But many experts say that the main reason behind all this is that hotel lobbyists fight for their territory. Hope this video gave you some needed information. Please click on the like button if you like this video, and I'll see you soon.